Okay, so I'm using the Light Seers Tarot for today, and this one is for Tuesday, March 19th. So happy spring! It's the first day of spring coming through. Although I don't think it happens until, I think it's after 8 or so tonight, when, you know, the sun gets to 0 degrees of Aries. So if you're not feeling it today, you'll definitely feel it when you wake up. Woo! Okay. Oh, that's interesting. We've got 2. I'm going to take it this way. 6 of Wands. So being seen, recognized, victory, even though it might be slow and it's not hitting the ground yet. Well, this seems probably like spring. The light's coming in, but it's slow going. You know, with the time change, setting the clocks forward, it's still, you know, it's dark, but in the morning. It gets light later. I'm having to wait an entire hour later to do any readings because, you know, so I have enough light in here. Yeah, okay. So, and the last card is the 5 of Wands. So, there's a few different angles with this lineup here. Like I said, just on the mundane level, the light is taking longer for the light in the morning, and then it does slow things down, and then we're kind of like struggling to get everything going, right? But on the spiritual level, this could have to do with the real need that every human being has, no matter how little, how big, how, you know, how old we are, to be seen and heard and understood. Now, as adults, when we learn to meet our own needs, you know, to make ourselves understood, when we take all that painstaking time that it takes to get to the core of what we're trying to say, then things hit the ground. Then we're literally like grounding our words on earth. And that may be a struggle. With the 5 of Wands, definitely the 5 of Wands can be our card of struggling between constructive and destructive attitudes. You know, the Wands have to do, and these are all Wands, right? We have the 5, 6, and the 8. But they're all within, the wand energy has everything to do with our spiritual forces coming through, our spiritual essences coming through in life. So if we want victory, we have to be willing to go slow, and then, you know, take our time with it. Things don't always go at the speed we want, right? We want instantly to just have everything we want, and and that's just not reality, at least not on earth, right? In the spiritual world it is, and we have that memory in our cellular, you know, the memory in our DNA. We have that memory of being in, you know, in the spiritual realm, and you think a thought. Here, I'll show you a card that always reminds me of it. It's also my card for Lisa over at Spirit Intuitive Tarot. She cracks me up. But this card reminds me of her. That, to me, is the Shazam card. You think you're in the spiritual realm, you have your intuition, and she even has a black kitty called Alex, you guys know. Or not Alex, what am I saying? Axel. But she's sitting there, right? She's got all this magic. She knows who she is, right? And she has all this creative life force, full of, just so full of the life force. And then here we are at the big wand, and to me, this card is always like Shazam. I also have another really old friend who used to say that all the time when she'd go to bless her food. She'd be like Shazam on her plate. So anyway, we have that memory. We don't get it here on Earth because we're in a dualistic sphere, you know, dualistic plane of existence. But the 5 of Wands is our struggle to remember who we are and our struggle to let go of always needing to be on top of everything, because it's not constructive to always want to be the winner, especially if you're pushing someone off to the side. Like, what did this guy have to do to get to the top? Did he go straight up there, or did he shove somebody off? Makes you wonder, right? This guy fell off. What happened there, right? Because everybody was trying to get to the top at the same time. And, maybe we could just not need to be first, right? So this could have to do on another level with just moving through your day. Go slow, don't struggle. Just let your heart stay open as much as you can. Set the intention to open your heart, to love yourself through it, no matter how long it takes you to get there. If you don't get everything done today, it's not the end of the world. If you start a project of spring cleaning of any type, don't worry if you don't get it all done. Maybe it's best to kind of plan it out. But we are certainly looking at the sunlight coming, more sunlight, more light. But it depends on where you live. You might be wanting more darkness. If you're headed towards going into winter, like our Australian friends. Or if you're like me, where you live so far north, of course, not near as far as Canada, but in the summertime, I'm looking at light at 4 a.m. and it's not dark till after 9:30 sometimes. So, okay, but that's all I have for today. Thanks, you guys. Have a wonderful, awesome day. Bye.